I've done DC Fashion Week, Crystal Couture Fashion. I've also been featured in Light Hair Magazine. I worked with the Cut Life, and I could probably give you a full list of all the things that I've ever done. But the point of that conversation, though, is that it takes time to get to wherever you're trying to go. So as each of you have in your mind kind of where you want to go in the industry or in life in general, just remember that it takes time and it doesn't come just like that. So before I get started, one of the things I want to talk about, so we're going to kind of do some runway upstairs. Who's excited about runway? Me? Yay! We have some energy in here. Awesome. I know it's a little warm in here, so I can understand why y'all a little tired. But we're going to get into some runway. So has anybody in here modeled before? Me? No. Awesome. Okay. So I want to call on you right here. What's your name, sweetie? Yes. Brazil? Oh, I like that. That's nice. Brazil, I want to ask you. Oh, no, it's Malaysia. But Brazil, I wanted to call on you because I wanted to get an idea of how long have you been modeling?
Just not 30 years.
Okay, awesome. Did you do runway shows as well? Awesome. So that's really good. So some of the basics on the runway that you have to learn or that you might not have been taught is understanding where the posing should go on the runway, which is at the end. So as we practice upstairs, I can kind of show you guys a little bit more once you have some more space. But when you get at the end of the runway, you always want to pose so that you can get your picture. Who likes a bomb picture to post on Instagram? Right? So when you do these fashion shows and you do runway shows, it's very, very, very crucial that you take your time and you walk to the end of the runway so that you can get a picture. So you will say, this is our camera right here. You would start here, and if this is the end of the runway, you make sure you pose, get your picture. I always tell people to pose for at least a good 3 seconds. Who knows why you should be posing that long?
Because somebody's at the end waiting to take your picture.
Yes, absolutely. So you don't want to like turn real fast and like all they catch is the back of your hair, and then you don't have a good picture for Instagram, right? So after you make that pose, another important thing is when you're walking back on the runway, 9 times out of 10 there's someone coming on right after you. Who knows the #1 rule to not be on the runway when you're passing? Exactly. So it's super important that as you're walking back, you just dip your shoulder to the right or to the left so that you don't hit the person that's coming towards you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So after you do that, right, you get off the runway, you usually exit right or left, and then you get ready for your next scene. There's several types of runway. There's Chicago, there's New York type of runway, there's urban modeling, urban runway, and then there's just strictly straight runway. So all of these types of runways, you actually learn throughout your career. You won't be able to probably learn them right away, but it is a great time to kind of practice them when you're at home. Who also know one of the most important things to do at the end of the runway? What's one more thing besides taking your picture? Well, that's yes. So when you're walking on the runway, you definitely want to strive. But the other important part at the end, oh, did you have your hand up, honey?
I have a suggestion.
Oh, yes, exactly. That's what I was looking for, the pose. So when you're at the end of the runway, you want to think about your posing and your facials. So when you get to the end, you definitely want to not give like a funny, funky face, unless the runway show requires it. But at the end of the runway, you definitely want to pose and take your time so that your facials are so important. I'll be honest with you guys, when I started modeling, my facials were terrible. They were completely terrible. I didn't know what I was doing. I looked blank in my face, and I completely looked like a deer in headlights. Over time, I learned how to do the posing and the facials. The reason why I learned that is because I tried out for another agency. I paid $150 to get my pictures taken. With that $150, she takes my picture, she sits me down, she shows me a piece of paper, she's taking notes. So I'm like looking, I'm like, I'm nervous, my hands are sweating, I'm like, what is she about to tell me? She says, you have no facials and you're not gonna make it in the industry like that. Ooh. Yep. After I had paid my money, I was like so disappointed in myself, and I was just confused as to why this lady would take my money and then just tell me I need to go. So, needless to say, after she did that, you wanna know what I did next? I literally grabbed every magazine that I could find, and I copied all the faces that were in the magazine. I was flipping through them, I was in the mirror, I was like, ooh, let me get this, ooh, let me get that, okay. I practiced. I called my friends, I said, hey, come take a picture of me. Let me get a picture. I need to know how to fix my faces. That took me about a year and a half to do. And ever since then, I have been unstoppable with my facial expressions. Whether I'm angry, whether I'm mad, whether I'm giving excitement, commercial, smiling, whatever it is, I was able to learn that in less than a year with the dedication of basically somebody telling me I can't do something and me getting out there and figuring it out myself. So after I did that, I also learned that paying for photo shoots and video shoots or whatever you want to pay for is not always the best option. Sometimes you have to get the practice first. Sometimes you got to do things for free. And I think a lot of times in our day and age where technology is very big, people think that Instagram modeling is the most important part. But I will let you guys know that Instagram modeling is fake. Let me give you that. These girls do not get paid all the time for their likes. I have a lot of friends who are influencers on Instagram. I have a lot of friends who are in real agencies such as IMG and etc. I teach them a lot of times that they have to stand up for themselves because people will use you. If you're beautiful, you have a beautiful face, they're like, hey, come shoot with me. Or pay $500 to shoot with me. But those shots don't guarantee you a job. The goal when you're modeling, or if you're just trying to be in the industry as a stylist, as a makeup artist, is to get as many people to know who you are. And by doing that, you have to practice and practice and practice and do some things for free for a little bit. That kind of concludes kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Do anybody have any questions for me? See my faces? If you guys want, actually, you can follow me on Instagram. You'll see all my pictures. Everybody pull out their phones. I promise I will follow everybody back. I promise. Okay, so this is my business Instagram, and this actually has all of my models on it. And if any of you guys are over the age of 18 and are interested in getting into the modeling industry, or if you're getting ready to graduate school and you want to get an internship, I do offer internships as well. But you can follow me on Instagram. It's M-A-R-Z as in zebra, Enterprise.
Mom, I got it.
You found it? All right, I'll keep spelling it for those who haven't found it yet. So it's M-A-R-Z-E-N-T-E-R-P-R-I-S-E. It's called Mars Enterprise. I actually have 10 models, 3 stylists, 4 makeup artists, and I pretty much travel all over the DMV, as well as New York, a little bit of Atlanta, and things like that.
And you have to be 18?
Yes, you do have to be 18, and I actually only represent girls at this time. Sorry. I do also training though, so if you're still interested in learning just like how to get your walk together, I do that as well. If you want to practice your facials, I do that as well. If you are just interested in getting into the industry, I also have meetings as well.
But they don't have to be 18 for that.
Nope,
Okay.
you don't have to be 18 for that. Just 18 for the agency because I don't have a kid's picture yet. All right, so I'll open up this time for questions for everybody.
So, what is you about to?
Can you speak up over here a little bit?
That
Use your outside voice.
was a dumb question.
No,
No.
nothing's a dumb question. I want to hear it.
That's
Can you tell me?
I said, what if I was about to say, what if you're 17 about to turn 18?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
But like, what if you're not 18 yet, but you're about to turn 18?
So just stay in contact with me, and then when you turn 18, we'll discuss what you can do. Don't ever think your question is dumb.
Yeah, my question is more for that makeup artist.
Oh, absolutely. How old are you?
17.
Oh, that doesn't matter. Because you won't be modeling for the agency. Yeah. So we'll definitely stay connected. Definitely send me a DM if you guys have questions. Either my intern or myself will answer it. Any other questions? Come on, guys. I know you're interested in the industry. Yes, Brazil.
You still gotta be 18 to be an intern?
Guys, I can't hear Brazil.
You still gotta be 18 to be an intern?
Nope, you don't have to be 18 to be an intern.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? It could be about anything in the actual. Yes. What's your name, hon? What is
What?
it? And if you guys want my email as well, it's just info@marsenterprise.com. So I also want to tell you this too. Keep you guys undivided attention. I actually grew up on 25th Street. So I'm originally from Southeast Anacostia. I went to Largo High School though, in PG County. Yeah, it was terrible, right? Yeah, so that's cool. But I wanted to, in relation to, so everybody knows who Mariana is. Me and Mariana came into contact a little bit last year. I spoke, some of you may have been there, but I spoke at one of the panels that they had. amazing because I met a lot of dope women, a lot of young girls. And I mean, I love everybody. I really focus heavily on the feminist opportunities in the world. So young women are very, very important to me. I do want to let you guys know that I did not always start in an agency. I didn't always start on the good people, but I actually lost both my parents before I was the age of 12. And I worked really hard out of that entire time to change my life. I made a lot of mistakes, made a lot of bad choices, and I also found a way and a lot of inner peace with myself to really trust God in all my situations. So, before we wrap up in this entire segment, I do want to let you guys know that anywhere you want to go, whether it's in the fashion industry or outside of the fashion industry, go at it 100%. Don't go at it 60, don't go at it 45. Don't compare yourself. Go at it 100%. Because at the end of the day, you have the ability to change your future. Okay? Got it? All right, guys, I know y'all hot. So, we're going to go ahead and go upstairs, and we're going to have some fun.
Well, first, yes, give her a round of applause.